Good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right, we'll see if this works here. Have you ever had one of those moments when you see a fan over-celebrating and you think, they are a complete fool? Let's see if we can show you a clip here.
Guys on the tour.
That was after his opponent made a mistake. He cheered like that. Or have you ever seen a fan after their team has won and they taunt the other fans instead of celebrating their own win? Aren't you really proud that this is not the way we do it at EA? Aren't you? I know I'm proud. And I know that if you're proud now, I promise you, you will be even more proud when you get older. Coach Farrell once said this to me: somewhere along the way, it became cool to diss your opponents. It was an attempt to get in the heads of the competition. I do not think it is worth winning that way. That diminishes the win. But celebrating is fun, because we get to do it, and we get to do it together. We all love the school, we bleed blue and white, and when we win today, and when we win tomorrow, we are going to celebrate, and we are going to do it together. When we win, it will not be about the other team. It will not be about the officials, or the weather, or the student section, so don't make it about them in any way. Instead of booing their team, just cheer louder for ours. Make it so we actually can't hear them. Instead of taking the bait from the other student section, ignore them. Do the things you need to do so when you look back on our victories years later, it will be about us. It will be about EA. It will be about what we represent as a school. It will be about our stripes. It will be about mind, body, and spirit. Decades from now, you will reminisce about this weekend. You will remember the spirit, the craziness, the fun. You will remember losing your voice because you were cheering so loud. You will remember that play that turned the tide of the game. You will remember your friends and how happy you were. You will remember all of these things because they were positive. Any athlete will tell you that it is something special to look out in the stands and hear the crowd from the field and know you have support. When you chant for our team, the team is inspired. When you chant one of our kids' names, you are creating a lifelong memory for that player. You are boldly saying, we are here for you. We've got your back. So cheer for our players, our coaches, and our teams. Scream at the top of your lungs, jump up and down, hug one another, stomp your feet, and give it everything you've got. Because we are who we are. We are one. We are together. We are EA. Go get them.
3 years ago, Jake came to EA as a shy and quiet kid. As our relationship has grown, I've watched him come out of his shell and become a confident and accountable leader. Jake's unconditional love for football and his teammates has driven much of our success and competitive edge. So please stand to greet my friend, teammate, and brother, Jake Phelan.
As seniors on the football team, we talk about legacy, how you want to be remembered. It's hard to grasp. There are many ways you can answer this. It's your choice, no one else's. It took me a long time to realize how I'd answer it. This doesn't apply just to the football team or even athletes at EA. It applies to all of you. The season doesn't have to be remembered for the football team or the soccer team or another sport. We can all be remembered for accomplishing something great together. We can dominate Haverford. As athletes, it's easy to get caught up in different things, so much so that we lose perspective on what we share together. We've created families. There's just a special love around them. There's something special about sharing moments with people you're willing to do anything for. We don't get many chances in life to experience something so strong. Our teams and coaches have taught us so much about being leaders. They taught us winning and losing with grace and sportsmanship. They've taught us to exert all of our being for the guys next to us. If you ask me if I'd be up here 2 years ago, I would have said no chance. I was lonely. I spent my entire life trying to escape an endless loop of misery. Today, though, I look around and see my teammates, friends, coaches, and teachers that I'll cherish for all my life. Something brought me here. I still don't understand what it was. A couple of years in, and it made me realize that God has a plan for me. Being here with all of you around was a part of it. Our journey through EA was long and challenging, but Lord knows we haven't reached the pinnacle yet. The brotherhood Episcopal sports have provided for us is incredible. It's been one crazy ride from the day I met Coach Phelan in 8th grade when my experience with Episcopal football started. He's made such a difference in my life, whether it's on the field, in the classroom, or in life. I couldn't tell you where I'd be without him and the teammates I've grown to love so much. I'm sure there are a few of you here who can relate with your own coaches or teammates. Soccer, it's been a journey. You guys have reached feats believed to be impossible. Hung in to take down teams you were never supposed to. You guys beat Haverford. Don't let that take away from your preparation to play them now. Take nothing for granted. Repeat the formula and good things will follow. I promise that they don't want to play you. They're panicking to fix problems that cost them against you last time. Strike first and often. We're looking forward to watching you take it to them. Water polo. Your interact dominance hasn't gone unnoticed. What you've accomplished this year is beyond impressive. The biggest challenge awaits. Every year, Haverford thinks they'll have no problem against you. Let them think that. Hubris is their weakness. It makes them vulnerable. This match will be crowded and loud. Just remember all of the times you practiced in that pool, treading until your legs go numb. There is no better place to win against them. Play with composure and ferocity. Impose your will on them, both physically and mentally. Golf. This match is not going to be decided by skill. Both teams are stacked with impressive players. So how are we going to separate ourselves? Mentally prepare for the challenge. Take deep breaths before every swing and remind yourselves, I want it more. Congratulations on your pace of victory, but we know what the real trophy is. Keep your head up when a shot doesn't go your way. Cheer up your partner when his head is hanging. When you swing, don't swing to play it safe. Swing to win that hole. Play aggressively. Fortune favors the bold. Cross country. It's there for the taking. I couldn't imagine the pain you guys go through while constantly running. This is your last run together, so give it everything. You know the course. You know your strengths. You know what you're capable of. When you get into the woods of the course, you will be alone, battling head-to-head with a Haverford runner. This is when you unleash your beast. Once you make it out of there, EA fans will be cheering you on at the finish. They don't want to run on your course. They're scared because they haven't practiced here. Beat the guy next to you, beat the guy in front of you, and if you're leading a pack, set a record. Football, we're finally here. We've put blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. Ever since last November, we have worked and worked to perfect our craft, and look where it has us. We have a shot at becoming one of the greatest teams in this school's history. I've never been more proud to be part of something in my life. Being on this journey with you has changed my life. I cannot express the amount of love I have for our players and coaches. The bond we've created with each other can't be broken. Seniors, we've got one more game together, and you best believe that I will lay everything I have out on that field for you. I know the rest of you will for me too. Thunderdome, you guys have been great all year. This year is shaping up to be something special. We need you right there with us. So, I guess my answer to how I want to be remembered is simple. I'm just trying to be that kid who gave it all for the people he cared about. Finally, I see a lot of kids at Episcopal worrying about all they feel they need to accomplish in the future. What job will I have? Where will my life take me 30 years from now? Remember, our time at EA is short. Life is short. There's too little time to regret old decisions. Live in the moment, Love each other, sacrifice for each other, struggle together, play together, and let's win the sweater together. Thank you.
For those of you who don't know us, we are Julia and Erin Cunningham, or Lauren's little sisters. Growing up with Lauren and playing soccer together this year at EA has really brought us closer together. From when we were young, she has taught us not only to work hard, but also remain positive. For the last 2 years at EA, we've basically had a built-in best friend and a role model who we know will always have our back. Lauren, it is safe to say that both of us strive to be half the person you are.
No matter what, we can always count on Lauren to give us the best advice or even tell us to pick it up in a game. Off the field, Lauren is caring, funny, and reliable. No matter the occasion, she is the first person we would call, as we would trust her with anything and everything. Lauren, we admire you on and off the field, and believe us when we say this, don't change a thing. Our next couple of years at EA are going to feel empty without you, but we know you'll be successful at whatever you do in the future. We love you. Please stand to greet our sister, Lauren Cunningham.
Please be seated. Thank you, Julie and Erin, for the wonderful introduction. While I've only been at EA for 4 years, it only took one moment to show me the true importance of this weekend. I was a nervous little freshman warming up before the soccer game. Blue and white painted obnoxiously all over my face and body. Our coaches had told us all season that it was going to be a loud, intense, and crazy atmosphere. But their words never really do this weekend justice. I had no idea what that actually meant until I stepped onto the field and experienced it. I was stretching on the sidelines when I heard my family yelling out my name. I looked over and not only saw my family on the sideline, but a sea of blue and white, the Thunderdome, ready to cheer us on. Nerves flowed through every part of my body as I watched the clock tick down to 0. Finally, it was game time. At that very moment, I knew what was ahead of me. I knew I had to fight for Episcopal, my team, and especially the seniors. From then to now, my perception of this moment has changed. I have started to grasp what this weekend means to me and our school. Initially, I thought of the weekend as a time to get decked out in blue and white and just contribute to winning the banner. But it runs deeper than that. This weekend, it is our job to compete at the highest level against our arch rivals on a day that goes back generations. From the hills of the cross-country course, the tennis courts to the soccer field and the field hockey turf, the Thunderdome will follow. We are united this weekend to compete as one team with one goal to defend the banner. You're going to have nerves. Even in my 4th year, I'll still be just as nervous as I was freshman year. But I'm confident in my team, in my brothers and sisters, in my school. This weekend, take time to look at the crowd. Draw energy from hundreds of your supporters losing their voices as they scream for you to make the play. Take risks, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. The most important part is your reaction, and to never give up, but learn from it. Think about the moments this season that have led up to this. Remember the plays you've made to give yourself confidence. Think to yourself, I will score my next shot. I will run past the girl in front of me. I will ace my next serve. Have faith. Have confidence in yourself and your teammates. There are going to be times where you feel like you can't keep going, but find that extra gear and capitalize. Today, each team has a job to do. To the water polo team. We all know Agnes Irwin doesn't have a water polo team. And we also know that if they did, they would be no match for you. We need your support at every game, race, and match this weekend. Show each team that our undefeated in league play and Eastern Champs girls water polo team can do more than just win games, but also support our school as well. Your voices are more powerful than you think. To the cross-country team, we all know that we have the hardest course in the Interac. Use that to your advantage as you are running in the biggest race of your life. You have been practicing on these brutal hills all season. You know the ins and outs of this course, every turn and every blade of grass. You have momentum going from previous wins. Fight for every inch. Push yourself to the max. We all believe in you and will cheer you on. To the tennis team. You won the Interac. You won the Interac tournament. What can't you do? Now, let's finish it off. Your season has been unforgettable. You have stepped up in times of adversity and frustration. Leave everything you have out on the court. Have no regrets. You got this. To the field hockey team. You have already won the Interac and showed your dominance. You're undefeated in the league, a feat that not many have accomplished. You have beaten Agnes Irwin once already. We all know you can do it again. Be aggressive and win every loose ball. Play for Coach Buggy and make her last season memorable. Have faith in yourselves. This is your game and your time to shine. To the soccer team. I'm so honored to have been a part of this team for 4 years now. Throughout my time here, I have formed bonds that will last a lifetime. We have put so much effort and hard work into this season, and today, we fight for each other. We pick each other up after mistakes. There's still so much to play for today, and I wouldn't want my high school soccer experience to end any other way than with a win against our rivals. You all have shown me what it means to be part of a team. You're my second family. We have been waiting for this day all season. I will fight for all of you. I know you will all fight for me. Together, we can do anything. I love you all. This weekend, let's all get the job done. We will stick together, encourage each other, and most importantly, play our hearts out. We are all prepared for these games. Each team has worked tirelessly this season. Every single one of you should not be willing to go down without a fight. For all the boys' teams, best of luck tomorrow. We will all be supporting you. This is the last AIS Haverford weekend for all of the seniors. I can speak on behalf of all of us. We want to remember this last experience as a successful one. We want to leave our mark on EA. Our unity and supportive behavior will be the cause of our victory. Find that inner strength and play for someone you love. Decked out in blue and white, let's all get after it. This is our day. It is our job to protect the banner. It's time to seize the moment. Thank you and go EA.